Hey everybody, and welcome to this listing for my 1989 Ford Bronco II XLT. This is a classic two-door SUV powered by a 2.9 liter V6 engine paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission with overdrive. And as you can see, a beautiful vintage Ford SUV ready to be picked up by someone soon. So first, let's talk a little bit about the history, starting with my own personal history with this vehicle. I have very little mechanical experience in fixing up cars, especially old cars, but love the idea of owning something that can stand out a little bit from all the new stuff sitting on the road. So I wanted to purchase from a location that had vetted their consignment sales. They had a great reputation and could provide me with some assistance in just knowing what the heck I was getting into and what I was buying. So I came across Street Side Classic and found this Bronco II behind me and purchased this on August 19th, 2022 for $16,995. They gave me a full detailed report, also purchased an appraisal and an inspection from a third-party appraiser to help give me the lowdown on this vehicle. And so I have all of that, all those pictures, the reports that I've included here in the post for you to take a look through so you can see the condition that it was in before I purchased it. For me, I wanted something that I could primarily just upgrade with some cosmetic and aesthetic looks rather than having to work on mechanical issues. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that I did here. As you can see, this Bronco II sports a custom paint and decal job completed around October 2022, which cost me about $3,000. While its original color was sandalwood and brown, I love the color of Land Rover Defenders from the 90s. There's a custom color that only comes on those Defenders in that era, and it's a color called Keswick Green. And love the idea of placing that on this Bronco too. And as you can see, this is a custom finish. It's very, very beautiful and really makes it stand out from everything else I've ever seen in these Bronco IIs. It's been fully detailed inside and out to present this beautifully for you in this listing, but obviously in the spirit of full transparency, I want to highlight maybe some of the character marks here on the outside. So you will notice some of the typical imperfections for a vehicle of its age. There are a couple of small chips, some touch-ups, minor paint runs right here around the bumper. The chrome bumpers and the molding show one bump on the front here, but nothing too drastic or unexpected for a 33-year-old vehicle. Rides on 15-inch alloy wheels, which are in good condition. I did place some much larger 31-inch tires on these that give it a bit of a beefier look without lifting it, and really like how it sits underneath the frame itself. And it's probably going to need to be replaced. The tires are going to need to be replaced sometime with a new owner, but I'll let the buyer decide how they want to do that, if you want to go back to the original size tires or just personalize it in a different way. One of the great recent additions that I put here is a Rhino Rack Aereo bar roof rack that I installed in May of 2023. And then as we step into the vehicle and the interior here, it's going to be well maintained. A couple of fabric runs here in the driver's seat, but everywhere else really looks great and it's been in great condition. I've added a new Bronco II floor mats in the front and the back, keeping that in the back of the vehicle for the next owner. And one of the most significant investments is a $2,500 audio upgrade featuring a Kenwood Bluetooth radio, kicker speakers, a DB drive amplifier, and a kicker subwoofer. All the essentials like power windows, door locks, power steering, power brakes, and the horn are all fully operational. As you can see, a couple of nicks in the ceiling material here. The dash pad in vinyl also shows some minor pitting and flaking, but very, very great condition in my opinion. Regarding climate control, while the appraisal did note that the AC was not cold in August of 2022, I can confirm here in Georgia at 94 degrees, the AC is working perfect. We recently performed a coolant flush, and in July 2025, faulty components were replaced and the system was evacuated and recharged at a cost of about $1,100. So it is definitely blowing cold air for the next owner for sure. Let's see, underneath the hood, the engine bay presents cleanly, though there are some corrosion around the battery cable. Mechanically, this Bronco II is super strong. The appraisal noted that it started right up, it idled well with average acceleration and good braking. I did do a tune-up just recently and is running in perfect condition, great condition, good mechanical health. So This, what I did is remove the valve cover, gaskets, new spark plugs, throttle body cleaning, and the replacement of the starter in July of 2025. So you can look through all that documentation for the details. Had spark plugs re-gapped in July as well to address a misfire, and performed regular oil changes since September 2022 religiously. The undercarriage is rated average in the appraisal, which still holds true today. It's pretty typical for a vehicle of this age. You'll notice some rust around the drive shaft here. This Bronco II has a unique history with a calculated 11 owners. It's important to note that the auto check report that I got here does indicate that there was an odometer problem and a mileage discrepancy on the title with a exceeds mechanical limit, or quote, not actual mileage, end quotes. We have recorded mileage readings from 41,098 to 52,000 in 2022, 52,000 in August of 2022, 54,000 in January of 2023, and most recently 66,512 in July of 2025. I want to be fully transparent about this. The good news is that there are no reported accidents, no damages, or open recalls to AutoCheck. I have a comprehensive folder of maintenance and service records that include all of the most recent work that I just mentioned here, so you can look through all of that at your leisure. And as you saw in the driving segment, this Bronco II runs perfectly. I've been very, very happy with this vehicle. The only reason I'm selling this is because I'm looking to get into a four-door vehicle. This is a well-maintained and recently upgraded classic that's ready for its next enthusiastic owner. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking a look through this, watching this video. Please review all the photos and the documentation that's provided in the listing. I will be highly responsive in the comments section to answer any questions that you may have along the way. So thank you so much, and good luck to you all in bidding.